Today we're going to be practicing rounding numbers. With rounding numbers, the question we're going to ask ourselves is, how can you round numbers? How can you round numbers? Now the thing with rounding numbers, I like to think, when I think of round, I'm trying to think of what is closest. I want to know what that number is closest to. And it's usually, you're going to either see what tens is it closest to, what hundreds is it closest to, what thousands is it closest to, what 10,000 is it closest to if we get to our bigger numbers. We're going to use two tools. We're going to use a mountain. And a mountain is just like a number line, but it's folded. And I fold it to just help me visually see when it goes to the closer number. So this one means it stays at the same number, and this one goes, if I'm doing 10, that means it goes 10 more. If I'm doing 100, it means it goes to 100 more. And up here, I'm going to put the 5. So we start with our 0, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think of, if I was a ball, I would roll back down. This is my ball. Roll back down to my 0. If I'm a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, that ball is going to roll to the bigger number. So it would go to the bigger number. Now the next tool that we're going to use is our place value chart, and by now you should be really good at drawing your place value chart. Now the reason I want us to use our place value chart is going to help us figure out what numbers stay the same and what numbers change. So we got our 10,000 and then our 100,000. So these are the tools that we are going to be using when we round numbers. I'm going to turn my paper sideways because then I have my lines and it's easier to line up my numbers. I'm going to go ahead. Well, first let me draw a line through here because those are my helper notes. Now we're going to actually practice it. So I'm going to draw a quick helper up here. I usually put my 0 and my 5 here because that's going to help me. So I can do my 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The number stays the same. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The number gets bigger. So I'm going to put big or same. Whatever helps you remember, that's what I want you to do. So then I'm going to draw my first chart. So I'm going to do my 1s, my 10s, my 100s, my 1000s, my 10,000s, and my 100,000s. Draw my line. And right away, when I get my number, let me pull out my paper for us. When I get my number, I'm going to put it right into, here's my number, and the directions are round to the nearest 10. So I'm going to put my number right in my chart. That's my very, very first step, is put my number right in my chart. I'm going to go 635. My next step is to underline the number that I'm supposed to round to. I'm supposed to round to the tens, so I'm going to underline that number. My next thing is I'm going to draw an arrow to show me where I look. All right, so this is where my 5 is, so I come back to my chart. So that means my 5 rolls down to get bigger. But then this is where I get confused. What number is going to get bigger? It's the number that you underlined. So 635, the 3 is closer to 4. So this 3 tens and 5 1s is closer to the 4. So that means everything before the line stays the same. So the 6 doesn't change. I have to decide if that 3 is going to stay the same or if it's going to get bigger. The 5 rolls down to get bigger, so that tells me it has to go to the next number, which is 4. And then the 5 turns to a 0 because we're rounding. We want it to be the closest tens. 35 is not the closest tens. When you're rounding, the number's always going to end in a 0. So let's try another one. So I'm just going to draw a line right here, and I'm going to do my next one. So I have 764. I'm going to write it in here. I'm rounding to my nearest 10. Underline my tens, so I know that's the number I'm deciding if it's going to change. Look to the right. Ooh, 4 is right here. So that means my number is going to stay the same. It's closer to the 60. So that means the 4 changed to the 0. 6 is going to stay the same. And then the 7 just comes down. All right, let's try it now, but let's look on the other side. And now, this one, the directions are a little different. It says round each number to the nearest 100. So now let me first thing is to write the problem. 635. But now I have to underline the hundreds, because that's the number I have to decide. Is this number closest to 600 or 700? So then I still draw my arrow. So now my 3. My 3 means my 6 stays the same. That's right. So the 6 stays the same. There's no number here, so I don't have to change it. I don't have to bring anything down. And then everything to the right changes to a 0. And what this means, sorry friends, so let's do one more together. We're going to do the 764, but this time we're rounding to the nearest 100, so I need to underline my 100 spot. Remember, I look to the right. I'm going to decide if this 7 is going to go to a 7 or to an 8. So I look up here, 6 is bigger, it rolls to the bigger number. That means this gets bigger, and it goes to 8, and everything to the right changes to 800. Now before we go, one last thing I want to show you is that when we're deciding what this number goes to, if we're going to the tens, that means we're thinking of 630 or 640. So we're trying to decide if this number is closer to 630 or 640 because we're looking at the tens. Now here we're still looking at the tens, so we're looking to see if this is 760 or 770 because it's the tens that we're looking at. This is what we're looking at on those. Now on here we've switched the hundreds, so now we're just looking if this is closer to 600 or 700, and we've decided it's closer to 600 because we're looking at the hundreds. But notice when we round, it's always to the 0. And then this one, we're looking for hundreds again, so we're trying to see if it's closer to 700 or 800. And so that's what we're really thinking when we're rounding. It's just depending if they're asking us if it's rounding to the tens or hundreds or thousands, or 10,000s or 100,000s when we get to our bigger numbers. We'll be practicing more on Tuesday and Wednesday.